Hello, Charles Fader here with Hanby Environmental, and I'm with Randy Cook and Jessica Innocente Armstrong of OMG Solutions, and we are going to show you our new PFOS remediation paradigm, and that is utilizing the Hanby test kit to test the soil sample that we have here that's contaminated with AFFF, which is the firefighting foam that has the carcinogen PFOS in it. And then we are going to remediate this contaminated soil sample with ELMN8 Decon, which is OMG Solutions remediation product for PFOS. So we're going to use the Hanby test kit here, and we're going to use our 6 easy steps that are described here in the book. And we are going to test this soil sample. And so we'll start by getting our scale out and putting our empty beaker on the scale. And we're going to measure out 5 grams of the contaminated soil sample. We recommend 5 grams because that's the EPA recommended sample size for doing soil analysis. So we're going to measure out our 5 grams of soil here. And in the real world, when you're out in the field, it doesn't have to be 5.00, it can be 4.8 to 5.2. It's just more important to get your soil sample measured out as quick as you can, and then getting your extract solvent on that soil sample, because you trap those light volatiles from dissipating into the air and get them as part of your measurement that way. So we've got our contaminated soil sample there, 5 grams. Next step in the process to add our extract solvent. So we've got our extract solvent. And then we're going to stir around that extract solvent in our soil sample, and by stirring it around, we're increasing the contact of the extract solvent with the contaminant in this case, which is the AFFF firefighting foam with the carcinogen PFOS in it, and we're pulling that out of the soil sample and into the solvent. Then we're going to pour that solvent into the test tube up to the scribed line. Then the next step in the process is to add our white catalyst powder, which is our color development reagent catalyst, to that extract to develop the color. Once we've added our color development reagent catalyst, we're going to cap and shake that test tube. And the color takes a little bit of time here, about 2 minutes to develop, to get the color to develop from the white catalyst that it started as into an off-white yellowish color. It takes about 2 minutes of sitting and shaking just to get that color to fully develop. But while we're allowing that to fully develop, we might as well go ahead and treat our soil sample. Sure. We'll be able to see this as it continues to develop. As you can see, it's already starting to yellow as opposed to where previously it was white in color. So we'll go ahead and just let that fully develop while we continue to move forward with the demonstration. We will now use the ELMN8 Decon. This is the remediation product for PFOS, and we're going to remediate that soil sample here that again has the AFFF firefighting foam with the carcinogen PFOS in it. And then we're going to stir around that solution to make sure that we have contact, because the solution has to contact that PFOS in order to break it down. As we all know, there's about 6,000 different types of known PFOS out there. So our test is a total PFOS, or total PFOS or PFOS, all of them, as one single measurement. And while we're doing that, let's take a look here and see. Yep, we can see this, it's yellow tinted, okay. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead, now that we've remediated that soil sample with the ELMN8 Decon, we're gonna go ahead and measure out our 5 grams of soil again. Again, 5 grams of soil. Notice how our previously more dry soil sample is now muddy, and that's because we have created water and we've added a solution to our soil sample, so it's a little bit more muddy, but that just confirms that wet, dry soil sample type doesn't really matter. The extract solvent is going to pull that contaminant out of the soil and into the solvent, and then we're going to add our catalyst powder to develop the color. So now that we've got our extract, let's pour that into the test tube up to the scribed line. or no, we're adding our extract to it. We got to do our extract. I was sitting there going, oh, that extract's kind of dark, but that was because it was mud. So we've added our extract to our soil sample. Now we're going to stir it around to pull the contaminant, if there is any, out of that soil sample and into the solvent. And then we're going to add, or we're going to pour from the beaker into the test tube up to the scribed line. And then we're going to add our color development reagent catalyst. Shake this one again, give it a good shake again. Cap that test tube and shake it. And we see that we're back to white. So in this case, you can very clearly see that where we started here is a yellow tint versus where we're at now is a white tint. I'm gonna let that catalyst accumulate to the bottom real fast so it stands up so it's easier to see. And then, yeah, you know. So we see we have a yellow result over here representing the pre-treatment and a white result over there representing the post-treatment. So we used our ELMN8 Decon to remediate AFFF with PFOS.